Final round. You win.
Welcome to Button Mash, the show where we mash all your video game content for the week for you to listen to at the press of a single button. My name is Roger, and with me, back on the playable roster, we have Chris.
Pew pew.
Welcome back, Chris.
Good to be back, man.
Yeah, back on the show. You don't have to listen to us talk. You can actually contribute to the episode.
Yes, I know.
Good.
It was
And we've
weird.
got, some exciting things to talk about. I saved this topic for us to talk to each other about. We got a bunch of news, games we've been talking about. Same deal. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
So, we'll get a bit of gameplay from the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare, not to be confused with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. A bit of gameplay. Looking good.
Yeah, man. Looking really good.
Is it Gunfight? Gunfight. That's a new mode?
Yeah, 2v2, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I think this is the mode that I'm going to play a lot.
It looks like it's quick. It's going to be short round. How many rounds are there in one game? Is it 3? Best out
I
of
think
3?
it goes up to like, isn't it like first to like 8 or 10?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. But I like how it's like you can't bring in custom classes. It's just they give you whatever random guns, and they're like, okay, it's shotguns now. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's sick. I love that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So if you haven't heard, so it's a mode called Gunfights. It's 2v2, and basically your loadout changes randomly every round. So as Chris said, you don't bring your own loadout. It's everyone's on the same page. You got the same loadout as the 3 other players, and yeah, that's it. And they're pretty quick, small maps.
40 seconds to eliminate both competitors.
40 seconds. Okay, that makes sense.
And then I think if you don't, there's like a flag in the middle or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, first person to make it to the flag placed randomly on the map like wins.
Yeah, and then if no one captures the area in the remaining amount of time, then it's like it tallies up the amount of health that you have left, and whoever's got more health wins the round.
I suppose that's to stop camping. Like you still can camp, but it will be like more aggressive
100%.
gameplay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
The animations look really good in it as well.
The sound.
Yeah, the sound as well. Yeah, I like everything. When they first streamed it though, people were complaining about the graphics. They were like, "This looks trash. Like, it doesn't even look that good." But it wasn't being streamed in like 4K or anything like that. It was just being streamed off another stream. So people were a bit upset on what it looked like and stuff. And I was like, "Oh, it looks okay. It kind of looks a cross between like Battlefield and." Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
And so does the mechanics a little bit. I haven't played it, so I can't comment on the, on the mechanics and stuff like that. Yeah, but they came out again and then did a 4K stream, and it's just like, whoa, that's a lot different. It just looks so much better. But yeah, it looks awesome. The animations, like when you go up behind someone and stab, like does this like. I don't know if it was because it was at the end of the game that I watched, but this guy stabs the last dude, and it kind of goes on this like zooms out, and you can see a character like full stab him in the heart from behind, and like it looks sick. But yeah, man, like COD's got to change, I suppose, got to keep on improving, and they're definitely improving, I think, in graphics as well, and in the graphical sense for sure. Like it's just I don't know, it looks really good. I like the look of it. The mechanics are going to be interesting. The people who have played it say it's fine. It takes probably like 3 games to get used to. But yeah, man, keen as mustard. What did you think of it when you saw it?
It looks good, man. Yeah, especially the gunfight mode being like just quick, short games, not yeah, I'm not about those, long games when I'm playing against a strong team. They're just fucking me up, and I just have to sit there and just get pummeled for the rest of the game. So this is good. I'm excited, man. Yeah, I'm keen to see like the other modes as well. But yeah, it looks really fast as well, real fast paced.
It does.
So yeah, no, it's looking good. I'm definitely on board.
I could definitely see this like being like an esport as well, like an esport mode. Like I know COD's esport already, but I could see this mode being the esport, like 2v2, because it gives no kind of like everyone's in an even playing field, and just it's kind of like duos in Fortnite, I suppose. Just like pair up and then versus the other two, and yeah, keen as mustard.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I love a new COD. I'm such a sucker.
Been getting in for like what, over 10 years now?
Yeah, I know. It's like nothing's changed. Mad, I'll buy it.
Some of the same
jetpacks.
shit
That sounds like shit.
Yes,
I'm buying the Prestige Edition.
All right, man. Let's talk about our next topic. So, this one we had a bit of a chat offline, and then I thought, nah, this will make a good discussion on the actual show. And I told you to stop talking to me so we can talk on here. So I'm very excited about this. So, we've found out that Microsoft is changing their turnaround time for shutting down inactive accounts. So it used to be 5 years previously. Now it's going to be 2 years. So if your account is inactive for 2 years, it's getting shut down. You lose your account, your Xbox Live account or Microsoft account.
So does that mean your username and stuff, like someone else can just get it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you lose everything or you can't. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Now, I thought that we were on the same page on this. Turns out we were not, which is why I thought it'll be good to talk about on the show here. Now,
yeah,
I'm not pro shutting down the account. But but
you can defend it though.
I think it makes sense. Now, you on the other hand, you've brought up a good point. I like the one that you brought up. But yeah, so let's have a chat. So I said, if you're not using your Xbox Live account for 2 years, well, you're not fucking using it. Like, what was the term I used? Digital hoarder. You're just holding onto an account that you're not using. Why do you care after 2 years that it's been deleted if you haven't used it for 2 years? And then you brought up a great point.
Well, the funny thing was, when I brought up that point, I went to the comment section, and the top comment was what I said. It was really weird. And I actually didn't think that was going to be like a main point or anything like that. I thought everyone might have been on your side.
Yeah.
But military members as well. So, they get dispatched and they get sent out, and then sometimes they could be 3 years out in service, 4 years, 5 years, who knows. And they could come back, and then they go probably on the old Xbox, and they're like, inactivity, lost all my games, lost everything. That obviously sucks. Another angle I'm going for is what's the positive for Xbox to do that though? Like, what do they achieve from getting that? Is it costing them money for them to hold someone's username, or is it just for people that want a certain username and it's just there because someone hasn't used it?
Well, what happens is, because I thought the same thing. I was like, I thought it was maybe, it's taking a bit of room. Everything's going to the cloud. Maybe they need to clear out a bit of room to, put other shit in. What's happening is actually there's a whole lot of spammers that use those inactive accounts to then, those messages that you get from people saying, "Hey man,
baby,
do you wanna see my vagina?"
And I'm like, yes.
Yeah. So apparently that's what it is. So people like hackers or whatever, fraudsters, whatever you want to call them, are taking over those inactive accounts and then using them to do that sort of thing. Okay. So they're trying to reduce that by, deleting the accounts after 2 years instead of it was 5 previously. That's the main thing
Do you get that message a lot though?
Not
I
me.
think I've
Not
gotten
me.
two messages. I
Yeah,
reckon I've
but
got two of them.
yeah, but let's say you get one, I get one. That's two. Imagine if every Xbox Live, um, user gets one. That's a whole lot of them. But that apparently it's increasing as well. And I can see that happening. But look, man, there's a few things here that you can do to keep your account open.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is like if you just log in,
Sign in on the website or something like that.
yeah, you just sign in. You're good for another 2 years. If you've got money on your Microsoft account, yeah, just like $1, whatever, they can't close your account.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you've got money on
but
there,
why can't they do that in a sense of like if I've bought say NBA Live 19 on Xbox, like can't they just be like we can't close his account because he's got like over $500 worth of games in there?
Good point. That's where it gets a bit tricky, I guess. But I mean, it's not like it's a secret, right? It's not like, hey, surprise, we're shutting down your account. Like, people are gonna know about it, and you get a warning as well.
How do you get the warning?
It'll be probably email.
Because the only thing is, so another point is, I've got a cousin in Queensland that has a PS3, right? So it doesn't have a PS4, not a gamer, just got it just to play some like DVDs here or there or whatever. Who the fuck plays DVDs? I don't know. Or has like 2 games or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I was up there last, like 2 years ago of Christmas, it's like they haven't turned on their PlayStation for like nearly for 12 months or something.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, they get caught up in say a certain game or whatever, and then they end up playing it say like another 5 months. So that's nearly 2 years. Now, could you imagine them like it just extends or whatever, and then they go back on, it's just not there anymore. It's like shut down. See you later. And they would not know that their account's going to shut down in 2 years or whatever. Like they would have no idea. They would be oblivious about this stuff.
Like the games that they were playing, did they buy online though?
Yeah, so they buy it online.
Well, then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
But I
just feel like it's not such a big deal. Like I don't think it's such a big deal. Like just leave it as 5 years. Like it's no, like, who cares? Just leave it as 5 years. I don't know. And what happens if like, say, I don't buy an Xbox. Say I bought an Xbox 360, right? Yeah. And I sign in, make an account, awesome, buy a few games, yada yada yada. I buy a PlayStation 4. Don't buy the Xbox One, but I buy the new Xbox that comes out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I've got an account on Xbox. Sick. Log that in. No, we've deleted that, mate. You don't have that account anymore. It's like, wait, what?
What would you have on that account that you would need on the new generation though? Like you've skipped an entire generation.
They have it if it has like a backward capability or whoever, or even my name. Like, how about I'm like, fuck, someone's got my name. That was a sick name. I wanted that. God damn it. Someone stole my Christophini. I would have slit some throats.
I get where you're coming from.
I don't know. I just feel like there's too many. I feel like it's such an easy decision of just being like, why are we going to upset people? Let's just leave it to like, are people going to be more upset about these hackers that are sending one message every 5 years? Or...
No, but that's just you like going by what you receive personally. They have numbers, and I'm sure it'll be a lot higher than just one person getting one every fucking like 2 years or whatever.
Surely it can't be that bad though. Surely it can't be that many. Can someone who's on a daily Xbox user please let us know how many messages you get? Because I want to know. Like, because I haven't got it on Xbox. I've had these messages on PlayStation, but not on Xbox. But I'm sure the hackers are going to make their way around this. Like, it's not like, oh no, they're going to have...
Yeah, but it's all about reducing it. They're not going to stop it. But
yeah, I know, but I just think I don't think it's that big a deal. I don't think I've ever heard anyone saying like, "Oh man, I wish they could somehow stop these messages getting sent to me."
It's not just that though. Like it leads to pretty bad stuff if you fall for it, and unfortunately, not everyone is as clever as you and I. Like people, losing money and stuff. So. It's not just about, hey, it's just I'm just getting this spam message. It's like what it can lead to.
People are going to lose their accounts though in the games. Who cares about their money, man? They're going to lose their account and name. Just don't care about the players, man.
Yeah, but
what happened about for the players?
That's PlayStation. It's not Xbox.
I know, but I'm saying for us.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, it's just it's like it's stuff that's I guess has been happening, right? It's like you've got bloody The Last of Us on your PlayStation 3, right? Uh-huh. And then you go, oh man, I just want to go back and play online, and you go back in and the server's just shut down. You can't play online anymore. It's like
2K.
It's exactly like it sucks, but it's stuff that's already happening, right? Like,
but I feel like is that the same though? Like, and is a server sense? Like, it's not like they shut down a whole game because it's like it's costing them actual money to run that, but they're already running like usernames. It's already doing our software. It's already up and running right now. They're just kind of blocking people out of. It's like 2K saying if you haven't signed in 2K in 2 years, you don't get to play 2K fucking 16. But other people do if you've signed in the last year.
I just think 2 years is a long time. Like, I just like, apart from what you've talked about, like someone being deployed for a number of years and then they come back and they go, oh, well, fuck, my stuff's gone. Except for like people who actually buy stuff online and they lose that stuff, that would really suck.
Yeah, and I understand that if you're a gamer and you know this kind of stuff and you are getting deployed, you'd obviously tell one of your friends like, "Hey, bro, can you just log in to my Xbox next year?" I don't know. Like, I know what you're coming from. It's such a easy thing to fucking do. Like, it's no big deal. But then I just feel like it's such the way of the options of shut it down or just leave it open. I prefer them just to leave it open. I feel like it's not a big deal.
I think because we only know so much, I'm sure there's a good reason for them to do that. I'm sure it's not just it's yeah, it's easy to just say that, but I'm sure like they just You wouldn't just change from 5 years to 2 years just
they've done some dumb shit.
Yeah, but like that's
well,
like you said, it's not if it was just like, you know, we're just doing it for the sake of doing it. It's like, why would you go out there and just like change that? That's just going to anger people.
Yeah. That's what I think. Like, I was like, are they saving money from doing this? Like, what's it costing them from keeping these accounts open for an extra 3 years than 2? But it seems like everyone is pissed though about this. Like, people aren't happy about it at all. But they're coming from my perspective, not your perspective. Do you know where it makes sense? Like, we're going from the. Like,
the way I see
your
it,
side makes
people
sense.
Get angry at everything anyway. So people getting angry like doesn't mean anything these days.
Yeah, like when I saw it, I was just more like, "Fuck, who cares? Just fucking leave it open. Like, who cares? An extra 3 years. Like, what's it matter? Like, and if people do like go away for 2 years, I don't know. Like, just leave it open. Who cares? For the players.
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Hashtag for the players.
Hashtag.
I think I'm. Probably will look into it a bit more. The only like the actual reason that I've got so far is because of that thing with the spam accounts and stuff, which like can lead to some pretty shitty stuff, like people losing a lot of money. And yeah, that's one way that they found to sort of reduce that. But
like, well, let's be honest, it's not going to affect us. So.
Oh, exactly. No, I know that, but that's the thing. Like, people like us would be like, whatever. I'm going to log in. It doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
And I just think people who, apart from what we've talked about, soldiers being deployed, like someone who hasn't logged in for 2 years, like you can't be caring that much.
What happens? If you're not connected to the internet, does that deactivate your account? Would it? Wouldn't it?
Well, you wouldn't have an account if you're not connected to the internet. What account do you have?
Oh no, it doesn't. Like, but if I went offline on my PlayStation, like I still have Christophany though, don't I? And like I can play games offline and stuff. But wait, I suppose how do they delete it if like you're offline though?
Oh, like the account would still be with them, so they would still be able to delete it. But you would have to like initially be connected. But if you've never had internet, you've never been connected, you wouldn't have an Xbox Live account.
No, but like, say we're going really fucking deep here. Like, this is magical land. This is like if Chris I got a mad PlayStation 4 sick. I'm gonna do all these games. I got sick games. You're mad. I'm going to Mars. I have no internet. Fuck. And then they like shut down my Xbox account, even when I'm playing on PlayStation. How do they shut it down? Like, they can't shut it down because I'm not connected to the internet. So it's like
they're not shutting it down from your actual console, man. It's from their end.
Yeah. So how do you play games then? Like, if you're online, do you know what I mean? Like, if the 2 years is up and I'm like, I'm gonna go play NBA fucking 12 now. Like, does it just come up and be like, no, you don't have this account anymore. You can't play this game. Is that how it would work?
Well, that's a good point.
But then if I'm offline, I'm like, ha, suckers.
Yeah, I don't
Keep on
know.
playing these games because you can't shut it down because you can't connect.
Because it's on your actual console saved on your hard drive. Yeah.
But maybe you can't. Can you play games offline on Xbox even if you... Oh, well, yeah, I suppose you can. You have to.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm just thinking about, like, for example, I've got Finn's details saved on my PlayStation. And then because he's logged in as himself on my PlayStation, I can still play games that he's bought on his account.
Yeah, okay. So I think that might be able to work. It's just if you go online, you just won't have your account. I think.
Yeah,
I think that would be it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah, there you go. Life hack.
Yeah, bam. Just don't connect. Go to Mars and just don't
go to Mars.
Get internet.
Bring your PlayStation, get electricity somehow over there, and you're sweet, man.
Yeah, for the astronauts.
Got it.
Hashtag.
For the astronauts. Oh, man.
Sick. Yeah, so anyway, that conversation really was like, I don't know, like, to be honest, it doesn't really bother me, but like at all. Because it doesn't affect me, it doesn't affect you, but I was more like, that's weird. Why would you do that? Like, just leave it. Who gives a fuck? I didn't know about the spamming stuff, but I still was like,
no, like, I'm sure, like, they have to have a reason to do that. I don't think someone just got up one day and was like, hey man, we should just 5 years, like, it's too long. Let's just change it to what's a good number? 2 years? Yeah, 2 years. Change it to 2 years. Why? Oh, I don't know, just do it. You know what I mean? Like, there has to be some sort of logistics to it. Like,
but then I think Xbox.
I don't know, man. I think PlayStation has been way worse. Xbox, like, what have they done apart from like the weird decisions when the Xbox One came out?
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, there's a whole E3 I can show you.
Yeah, that, yes, but then like since Phil Spencer, like, what have they done that's you know, that out there? I think PlayStation's
they've done better stuff. They've improved.
Yeah, I think PlayStation has been way worse with like the whole name change bullshit and crossplay stuff. Like, I think. Anyway, I think let's move on. We can spend all day on this. The other one is kind of similar, I guess. What if Google Stadia shuts down?
Too bad.
Yeah. So rip. So they had a bit of an AMA. We had Stadia's director of product, Andrei Doronichev, who was on there just answering people's questions, and someone asked, hey man, so what happens if we're moving to that, you know, everything's up in the cloud, playing all my games in the cloud, what happens if your service just shuts down? I can't play games. And I came out and said, look man, I hear you. Moving to the cloud is scary. I felt the same way when music was transitioning from files to streaming. I still have all my old CDs in the garage, although it's hard to find a CD player these days. The same happened to movies and photos and my docs and other files, and it's great. Games are no different. Eventually, all of our games will be safely in the cloud too, and we'll feel great about it. And I said, we've been investing a ton in tech, infrastructure and partnerships over the past few years. Nothing in life is certain, but we're committed to making Stadia a success. I was a bit like, when I saw this title, I was like, yeah, man, like this is scary. I don't want to. I'm not ready for this. But then, like you said, like everything else is like that, man. Like I've got a bunch of movies,
Spotify.
Same as him. I literally have like stacks of CDs in my garage just sitting there that probably never going to listen to again. But I haven't had any problems with Spotify, and I've been using it for years. But yeah, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I think it's kind of what we just talked about. Like all the other streaming stuff, it's just like, oh, it's just too bad. It sucks. Like it's just the way it is, huh? Like I don't know what else you can do. Like nothing lasts forever. Yeah,
but it's the whole thing of like, it's already been going down that road, I guess, where like you don't really own your games anymore, do you? Like it's all
because this is you're buying the service, but you're not buying actual individual. Can you buy individual games?
Yeah, you do. With Stadia, that's how it's going to be, which is weird.
It's risky as fuck, though. That's the thing. Like you're gonna have, and especially Google's record is at the moment of like keeping products and stuff. Seems like they want to kind of test some stuff out and be like, it's not gonna work.
I mean, it's not like the other stuff that they've done.
I feel like this is more of their mainstream. Like they're gonna really.
What was that thing? The AR headset, the Google Glass.
Yeah,
it was like a prototype for like ages, and then they were just like, nah, fuck it. This is like they've done a whole bunch of presentation. What the hell?
That's mad. Results of the web is mad.
That was weird. That was my watch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, I said Google. That freaked me out a bit.
Are you on? I wish you didn't have headphones on. I could be like, Google! I should be like, Google? Yes.
Oh, it'd be funny with listeners playing it in their car or something. And they've got
that would suck. Hey, Google. Hey, Google.
That's happened to me
Google.
when I've listened to...
Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri.
Stop it.
Hey, Siri.
Stop.
Hey, Siri.
Stop it.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's enough out of you. Fucking
sorry. Hey, Siri.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. What were we talking about? Google Stadia. Yeah, I think... I mean, it's the whole thing of like when, just like we said before, with Microsoft announcing the Xbox, and they were like, "Oh, it's always going to be online," and we were all like, "Oh, you guys are fucking idiots! Like, why would you be connected to the internet all the time? Why would you require my console to be connected to the internet 24/7? That's just dumb." And that's what we do now. Like, it's just the norm now.
Well, I think because there was actually places out there that actually didn't have internet, and people actually played Xbox, so they were just like, "What the fuck? We can't actually play Xbox."
Yeah, but I mean, everything's like that now. Like your PlayStation's like that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying like in other areas, like there was
which is probably still the case.
Parts of like that people actually don't have internet. Like
which is that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, it's probably still the case, but like it's tough shit now. It's like
move on, move to a different place.
Pretty much. But yeah, I think it's just like you said, it's just gonna happen, and we just have to get used to it. But I don't as much as I don't want to go to digital with my games. I'm finding digitals, especially here.
I'm downloading more digitals now. I'm nearly like, I love looking at my library of games and being like, "Ooh, the physical copy," and I can flick through it and stuff. But damn, it's good when I can just like, I see NBA Live or Fortnite,
click on it,
or the Golf Club, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm looking at my PlayStation menu right now, and it's like, so I have Fortnite, that's digital. Black Ops, digital. No, that's not digital. That's full. That's a hard copy. NBA is digital. The Golf Club's digital. Apex is digital. So there's like majority of my games already just Rocket League digital. So that's more than my like half my library. That's digital.
Yeah, but now we're talking about that's downloaded on your hard drive.
Yeah.
Compared to it's in the cloud. If the cloud fucks up, it's out of your control. Like one day it could just be like.
No, I'm just saying like. Things are going that way, and like technology, like I was always like, no, I don't want fucking the digital copy. Like,
I
don't.
And this is like the next step, even.
Yeah.
Yeah, but especially here in Australia, where our internet is some of the worst
Trash.
in the world. Will be interesting to see how we go. But look, I think we won't have to worry about it for a long time. I mean, we're not even getting Stadia for. It hasn't even been confirmed for Australia yet.
No.
And we know that the PlayStation is going to have a disc drive still, so we can still have our hard copies and download our games digitally if we want as well. So, yeah. But I mean, I do want to. I just like having flexibility. Like,
what would happen? What would happen if Steam shut down?
I don't know. I mean,
would everyone be fucked?
You don't, because I'm looking at it now. I know that some games you can play through Steam, but once you download it, I think you can just launch separately. Like, because it's.
Oh, you can. Okay.
I'm not sure, because I mean, I've got. I know that you can have like a shortcut on your desktop. So if I click on it, I don't have to log into Steam and play it.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure if it's somehow going through Steam in the background and then going into the game.
Yeah,
it would be interesting. Probably, the world would be set on fire, I think.
Some people, oh man, some people would have so much money worth of games on Steam. Like, I come from like one generation of console of like how much money I've put in that game, but this is like PC, so it's like your whole life.
Next level.
That is next level.
Next level.
Fuck.
Yeah. So Google is telling us it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't have to worry about it.
Well, imagine if they came out and they're like, "Yeah, listen, we could fuck you over pretty hard." But that's just the risk he's going to have to take. It's like, wait, what?
That's the thing. It's like with Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever. It's like, I swear we've talked about this before, but it's like you're watching this show at the moment, and then they're just like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, for example. It's taken off Netflix. It's like, well, tough shit. You're going to have to watch something else. It's like you're playing a game. It's like, hey, man, at the end of this month, we're taking it down. That's even happening with Game Pass, which I never thought about it until it started happening. They take games off Game Pass. I'm not sure how it works if you've got it downloaded on your console.
Yeah.
But they do take games off Game Pass and replace them with others. So, yeah, like, just have to get used to it, I guess.
I think surely that would have to be like kind of how PS Plus works. Like once it's on your console, you're fine. Because imagine if you just download the game and you're like 2 days in and they're just like, too bad. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it works. Because it's like with PlayStation Plus, once you download the game, but if you like cancel your subscription, it is saved on your console. But if you try to go into the game and play it, it won't let you. So I don't know if it's like the same thing. It's like, you've got it on there, but we've taken the game down, so you can't play it anymore. Not sure, but that's beside the point. I don't know. It's just, especially with Stadia, where they're getting you to buy games full price. That's another thing.
Is it really all like full price? Are we talking like
so they had
like $100 or
So they had I can't remember who it was. That was asked a question. Like how is it gonna be like a subscription thing, and then you just play games that you want to play? And he was like, no. So it's gonna be full price. And then he said, yes, I guess it's a fair point. Why would it be cheaper when you've got PlayStation on their PlayStation, Xbox on their stores? Games are full price.
But how's it going to compete with Steam? Like, what would make me go, I'm going to buy it on that then, like instead of Steam, like with all my games?
You can play on your phone, you can play on your laptop, you can play on your Google device, on your TV, in your bedroom.
Yes, point. Yeah.
That's the whole thing, isn't it?
Okay, that's fair call then. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, actually, fuck, I just went to it's like, oh yeah, no shit. That's the whole fucking point of this thing.
Yeah. But I just... That's what makes it a little bit worse, because it's like you've bought the game. If something happens to it, they shut down the servers or whatever, or I don't know, they just take it down the cloud servers. It's like, yeah, but I've paid full price for this. Like, I should own this. It's like, no, you don't own anything anymore, man. That's the old generations.
Shit.
Yeah, it's a bit scary.
Yeah, that's hard.
All right. Well, let's talk about the games that we've been playing. We already talked about Dragon Quest Builders 2 last week, but you weren't there, so guess what? We're going to talk about it again, because we haven't heard your impressions, Chris. What do you think of Dragon Quest Builders 2?
I traded it in, it was shit.
Oh.
Man, this is a huge call.
Oh,
I probably got to review this call.
Don't say it.
Yeah, okay, I won't.
Yeah, calm down a little bit. Think about what you're about to say.
I don't know, man. Shut the fuck up. I'm fucking addicted to this game. Like, this game is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I love it so much. I didn't think I would love this game as much as I thought, to be honest. But I'm having so much fun. It's got everything in a game that I love. It's got building. It's not too like full on. It doesn't throw too much information to you. It kind of holds your hand at the very start just to give you the basics. But then once you start unlocking stuff and upgrading your character and making the world and making the islands that you want to make and stuff like that, oh man, it is so good. The story is pretty corny, like really corny, but it's enough for me to just keep playing it and going, oh, I wonder what's going to happen now, and oh, what am I going to unlock now, and just adventuring off into the island and exploring new stuff. And
are you still going off doing your own thing, or you've done a fair bit of?
No, I'm starting to do like the actual
main quest.
Yeah, I've finished the last main battle I did. You know how you have those big kind of battles?
Yeah.
Like waves.
Yeah.
I did the second one of that like the other day. I've got
pretty far behind me then.
I've got like maybe 10 seeds left. I need a plant for that, like, you know how you have to get 5 different types of seeds and plant 250 crops?
Yep.
I've got like 10 seeds, like 10 more things to plant, and then I've done that.
Okay, yep. Fuck, we're not going to play multiplayer for a long time then.
Really? Fuck.
Because I'm like, like a fair bit ahead of you. And I'm still not back on the main island. So
wow.
I still haven't unlocked multiplayer, so...
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, the multiplayer is like just a little bit of a bonus. Like, I haven't really thought about multiplayer yet.
I mean, me neither. But
I've just been like, I just go off and then I'm just like exploring everything. I'm like, what does this do? I was like, what is this? And then like 2 hours, it's the biggest time killer ever, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be like, oh, what's the time? It's like 2:30 in the morning. I was like, wait, what? Oh shit, I haven't done anything. I've done nothing. I've just been building toilets and bathrooms and making my little farm.
And that toilet thing blew my mind.
Oh, and the fertilizer and stuff where they take a dump. What? That's so good. Dude, my last game sesh, I was making a moat around my whole fucking farm so then like monsters won't come.
Oh.
Like, I'm actually like stupid, man. I waste so much time, but I like love it though. I'm just like, oh, that was so sick, man. I can't wait to do that. I'm like, oh, if I do this, like, it only take me 5 minutes and I can go to bed. And then I'm like, oh, I wonder what this person says. Okay, yeah. It's 4 o'clock. Shit, go to sleep. Like, it just gets me. I just get caught up so badly, and I've never really felt like this about a game in ages, man. Like, super excited to play a game. Like, I'll come home and I just can't wait to go to bed just to play it. And that's the best thing about it being on Switch. I can just be in bed.
Yeah.
On Switch. Definitely a good call.
100%. 100%.
On the PlayStation, I don't think I would have played it as much.
No way.
No way. But on the Switch, oh man. And if I do want to play it on the TV, I can. And I have done it maybe like twice, but I haven't really played for very long.
Okay.
But the thing is, when I'm in bed, I run out of battery really quickly. I think it maybe gobbles up, like, you have about 2.5 hours of like 2.5 hours of game time. And then the battery says like, see you, mate. And I'm like, fuck. Okay. It's kind of good though, because it makes me like go to bed because I'm like, I have to go dock it. But then I've done the bad thing is where I've just taken the charger out of the dock and I've just put it next to my bed. I'm like, oh fuck, so I can just play it while it's charging. I was like, this is dangerous. But yeah, dude, I'm having such a good time. Just everything about it, like even like getting different costumes and making little, like, you know how you get that like tortoise shell as like armor.
Wait, what?
What?
Toilet what?
Like the little turtle shell? Like the little
turtle shell. I thought you said toilet shell. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, do you get the toilet? It's like shit on your back.
Yeah.
When people attack you, like
smear yourself in shit.
Yeah, through
They
dumps.
don't want to attack you. Yeah. It's just like all these little things that you can do. So good.
It's such a basic game. Like, it's so basic, but it's so good, and it's got heaps of depth in it as well. I've actually started to follow this guy on YouTube. And he's been playing the Japanese version last year.
Yep.
So when it came out in Japan, he was playing it. And I was watching like Let's Plays and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was watching him play the English version, and he was giving you like tips and hints and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's sick. Oh, what the hell? And then I went back to his older videos of like him actually playing. And I was like, oh, he must understand Japanese. But like, literally, he didn't. He would just spam X. And if he didn't know, like, if there's something on the screen that he had to choose, he'd just get like his phone out and just like do the old like screenshot and then put in Google and it'll tell you like what it is. He's like, oh, okay. And then just like,
what the hell?
Yeah, but this guy, man, his farm was like amazing. Like, I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it is so ridiculously pretty. Like, this guy's, man, amazing. I got to get clear water. That's what I got to get. Have you got clear water? Did you put clear water in your little ones and stuff? Yeah, I got to get that shit.
It's part of the main quest, so you will have to get it.
Okay, yeah. I think I might have skipped something because you know how you got tomatoes and then you got to put a stake in it.
Yeah.
And then tomatoes grow in the stake. So I ran out of stakes and I was just like, where do I get these from? And I was like, oh,
you make them.
You make them. So I went to my workbench and I'm like, there's no stake here. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to Google this. And I was just like, yeah, just go to your building. It's under farmers. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, no, it's not in here. I was like,
you have to talk to the orc.
Yeah, and I was like, have I skipped something here?
Oh, yeah. No, it's. I think because you get the tomatoes before you can actually plant them. You get the tomato seeds, before you actually learn how to grow them.
I think I stumbled across tomatoes accident.
Yeah, me.
Like, I ventured and I was like, oh, tomatoes sick.
Yeah, I think I did. I think it's supposed to be like that. Like, you get the seeds, but then you don't know how to grow them yet.
But I've grown them though. I've got like a whole crop nearly, but I still don't have the stakes.
Yeah, it's probably because you watched those videos and you knew how to do it.
Oh no! This was like a surprise. Like, I didn't know like that tomatoes were even in the game. It was just me adventuring, and I was like,
"Oh right,
yeah." And then my dog was like barking. Oh, was it my dog was barking? No, I think I just went to the tomato like bit of it, like the tomato farm, like wherever that is, and I was just like chopping down shit, and I was like, "Oh, sick tomato seeds." And then I planted them. I just planted them like normal, and then they just they died, and I was like, how do I do this?
You're supposed to talk to the guy at the tomato farm, and then you do like a little quest, learn how to plant them and stuff.
Yeah, I haven't done that.
Oh right, yeah, go do that, man.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the bad thing about like just venturing off and doing whatever the fuck you want and not going by the quests. I was a little bit disappointed of like, you know how you got the little the hearts that like the little what do they call it? The
like the recognition kind of thing.
Yeah. Like you max ranked that pretty quick. Like, did you find that?
Yeah. Yes, but I anticipate that I'm not going to be there for much longer. Like, I'm going to be going back to the main island, and then probably moving on to another island. So
okay.
I guess it kind of makes sense. But I do get where you're coming from, because I maxed it out like probably around the same time as you, which means I've got like thousands of hearts, and it's not going anywhere because they've learnt everything. But
I won't go back to my little farm for like ages, right? I'll go back there, and no shit, there are hearts everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Damn it. I don't have these hearts. Like, they do nothing for me anymore. Like,
I just pick them up because I don't like them
so do
like, sitting there.
Yeah, me too. I'm exactly the same. I'm like, fucking hearts. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like last time I'd be like, oh, heart, yeah. What? I need another 100. This is going to take me forever.
Yeah, now it's like...
now it's just like, shut the fuck up.
Fucking clean that shit up, mate.
Oh, and some things that like I would pull ahead, like I was building stuff, right? Yeah. And it's like, can you make me this? And I'm like, wait, what? No, I've already got one of them.
Yeah. It's good that it like, just recognizes that you've
done it.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? I was like, okay.
Yeah, I've done that a few times too, because you just like, you kind of figure it out, and then it's good that it doesn't make you leave that area or like that conversation. It's like in the same thing. It's like the next bit
little
of the sentence. It's like, oh yeah, you've already done it. That's awesome. Well done.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, cool. No worries.
Or I've done that, and then I've just haven't put like maybe a wheat bag down or something, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? It's here, mate. It's right there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have to go check, and I'm like, wheat bag. I'm like, oh, fuck it now. I was like, there you go. Are you happy? And then they like all line up, and they peek over like the hot tub or like the toilet, and I'll make
they all line up single file.
I'll have to make 2 because I'm like, I feel bad. I'm like, I'll make 2. So I extend it. So I have like 2 toilets, 2 baths.
I wish like the area that you get for your base was a bit bigger though.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
I'm hoping that like the future sites that you get are a bit bigger.
Well, you do get a whole island at the end, so
yeah, but like I don't know how much of it counts as your base. You know what I mean?
The island is like the actual whole island, like the last.
Oh, really?
When you like finish the game, like you obviously you got the island, so that's
your whole island
base.
is your actual base.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's sick. Okay, I thought it would be like the farm area. It's like, yeah, you have that whole island, but only that square area is where it counts as your base.
This is what this Ben guy said on YouTube. He's like, Yugoslavian or something.
That's
I nearly threw up. That's sick. Fuck. That was sick.
Wow.
Yeah, but you know, man, it's I'm super enjoying it. I'm kind of like, damn it, I should have played the first one, but apparently like they've made so many good improvements on this one.
What would be like? It's not a story that can.
No, it's not a story, but I'm like, whoa, what have I been missing out? Like, if the one was like this, damn, that would have been a hidden gem for me. Just picking that up, like say last year or 2 years ago, and I'm just like, hey, that's what is this game? That's mad. Oh yeah. I didn't really like. I kind of heard about it, but I didn't really look into it or anything like that. And then when we did look into it, and I was like, hey, this could be a game that I'd like. And then it was like, number 2 is coming out in 3 months or something. And I'm like, oh, I'll just wait for number 2.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because remember when I played the demo like a few months ago, and I was like, oh, I want to buy this. Oh, wait, number 2's coming out.
Yeah.
Wait for that. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. And it's that time again when we bring up Fortnite on the show. So
every fortnight.
I mean, this is what, like I was just saying last week, where I'm like, I'm kind of getting over it,
and it sucks you back in.
And then to do shit like that, it's like, man,
fuck you, Fortnite,
fucking crazy. So if you haven't heard, it is the end of, what is it, season 9?
9.
Yeah, it's ending, and it's just this giant mech was being built up during the past few weeks.
Well, even through the whole season, it was like slowly stuff was happening. Like they had these electrical power cords that were running through the whole kind of map, and then everyone was like, "What's this powering exactly?" And then, you know, or the next update, and then it was just like, you know, it was building a mech, and then like where the volcano is, and then it was just like, what the fuck is going on, man? And then there was that monster though near the ice. that it did actually go out to sea. And if you went into like a replay mode or stood on top of like a mountain, you could actually see it out in the distance, and it was like swimming around. And I didn't know that. Yeah, like because I was like seeing people's YouTube videos, and I was like, "Oh, what? Really?" I was like, "That's sick."
And then
then they had this countdown timer that was like counting down of like something's gonna happen. Tune in to this Fortnite event, and I was like, I want to, but it's at 4 o'clock in the morning. No. And then I watched Ninja's reaction of watching it, the one that I sent you, and wowee, what the fuck?
Pretty insane.
Get out.
So it's comparable to Pacific Rim, basically, because the monster just comes out of the water during the game, just starts like shooting laser beams out of his mouth. And then the giant mech that was being built up just activates and they start fighting each other.
The best thing is like the monster was just like destroying shit and going off titties. And everyone's like, where the fuck's where's the mech? And then it just like appears in the distance, like out of the ground. It was like, oh, that's sick. And then it just runs at it, and then they just start punching on. And then you'd be like, oh no, it's over. The monster's won. And then you're like, oh wait, the mech's gonna win. Oh, the monster's gonna win. And then, I thought at the end of the event, like, same as you, like when the mech tackles the monster like off the map, and they just go into the ocean, and then everything just goes quiet, and you're like, oh,
it's over.
It's over. And then the mech comes out and he's kind of like strutting, kind of like walking back, and you think like, oh my God, the mech's won. And then it just gets fucked up by the monster. And the monster like chops its whole armor off and shit. And what the fuck, man? It's so good. Like, it was so good. So well done. By the way, the mech wins. Spoiler alert.
Even if you don't play Fortnite, definitely look that up, because just watching it is like it was awesome to just watch.
Then the mech pulling out that fucking the sword out of like
brings out some laser sword.
Because the vault was under there. That's where the vault is, where they vault the weapons and stuff. And when the monster was going at it, they're like, oh my God, the monster is gonna fucking open the vault, and they'll just every vaulted weapon will just be in the game. And then then the fucking mech was like, no, fuck you. It starts fucking it up and brings out a sword, and then just fucking chops it, then does a fucking one-arm floss.
Yeah.
So Fortnite-y when it did like one-arm floss at the end. And then it just launched in the sky and just flew into the sky, and then that was it.
It's over. I'm thinking, like, I said that this was going to be my last season and then I'll retire. But if they do robots versus monsters, I'm back in.
I don't think it will be, because I've already had it.
Have they?
Yeah, this one's going to be called Blast of the Past or something. I don't know. It could be, but like, I don't know. Because that was like, the monster one was like, like season like 6 and 7 with like the ice and stuff. That like monster kind of like in the ice. And then this one was like, obviously like the robots and stuff like that, with the drones and the robot getting built up. It could be, but I feel like they can't have that because the monster's dead.
Yeah.
So I feel like I don't know, but I think the next
if it's not something, it depends on the theme. I guess if it's it'll have to be something really interesting for me to jump back in, because I think I'm kind of done. I'm not really having fun with it anymore.
I'm still gonna do it because I suck. I'm actually not even that good at the game. I actually suck at the game now, but I like all the quirky game modes and stuff. Like I don't play solos. I don't play. Well, I'll play duos if one of my friends is on, but I normally go on just to do the challenges, and I have fun with like the team rumbles and stuff like that. I like my favorite game mode. If I had a squad, if I had like another 3 players, like friends, I would do squads because it's fun. But when I'm by myself, I just rather just kind of practice building and doing the challenges, doing my own thing, and unlocking cool skins. And I was telling you there was like a game mode. It was like called what did I say? It was called something beach, Attack of the Beach or something.
Beach front or something. Beach assault. Beach
assault. That's it. Yeah. So it's kind of like going back to like World War 1 and 2, like we storm the beach, and So there's an attackive team and a defensive team, and the defensive team's got to stop the attackive team killing your turrets, and I think it's like a rocket or something that's like kind of in your base. There are a few little kind of robot CP like players on the beach, so you can't just like run straight through the beach and then just go up into their base. It's kind of like you got to shoot them first, and then while the attackers kind of get into the front, they can kind of defend it as well. And you can go underground through these little kind of like tunnels that I found to get up like behind them. And everyone has like the same guns as well, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, no, that was fun. Like I like that. Even the game mode that they brought out this weekend, it was, what was it? The 3 teams of 30 or something like
33.
that. 33, yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Like, because you would be running around and you just see like 10 players coming towards you if you just by yourself, and you're like, fuck. But yeah, man, Fortnite, god damn it, suck me in. But yeah, I've been logging into my PvE game to get my daily rewards, and every like, I think it's like every 7 days you get V-Bucks, so it pays for itself really at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah,
V-Bucks, I'm just like, boom, have more. And then during that season, I normally pick up more V-Bucks anyway. Then I'll buy up maybe a skin or something like that, and I still have enough money to get the next season. So, yeah, sick, bruh.
Very good, very good. So for the rest of the show, we're going to talk about. So I've been playing like pretty much every system I have this week, which is fucking nuts.
Yeah, that's
playing Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, computer. It's fucking loving life. So I finished Wolfenstein II. I'm ready for Youngblood.
Oh,
what a game, man! Like, if you loved the New Order, it's like just a better version of the New Order, I reckon. I feel like the gunplay was better. It's more fast paced. The story was pretty good. It's like just a good kind of action movie.
How long did it take you to complete?
Not that long, man. I feel like I've been playing it kind of slow, but I looked at how many missions there were, so I could sort of gauge how far into it I was.
Yeah,
I think it's like your typical kind of 6 to 8, maybe 10 hours at the most. No longer than that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I just feel like it was a good length.
Yeah.
It does, because friend of the show Finn finished it, I think last year. And he said to me when he was finishing it, he was like, I'm up to the last boss. I just can't beat him, and I'm going to turn down the difficulty and just play on easy just so I can finish it. And I was like, oh, like, okay, whatever. It's not something I would do, but sure, I guess, like, you just want to finish it. I did the same thing. Like, it just,
oh, really? Did you?
Yeah, I did. I was like, this is getting to the point where it's just frustrating. It just feels
what
unfair.
setting did you have it on?
I had it on like normal.
Okay, yeah.
And I changed it to easy just so I could finish it, because it was just, it wouldn't have felt rewarding, I don't think. Like, it just started getting frustrating.
Yeah, that's not good. And you want to kind of leave it on a good note as well. You don't want it to be like, no, fuck that game, I hated it.
Yeah, like, without spoiling it, you're basically in an area where you get a whole bunch of enemies coming at you.
Yeah.
And you got to run around, shoot them, and you get some, like, stronger enemies that come in as well. You kill them, there's another wave that comes, and then these 2 bigger robots come in, and by the time, like, you've run out of shit on the map to pick up, like, you've got no health to pick up. Your health doesn't regenerate in this game. You got to pick up health.
Yeah,
you're out of health, you're out of armor, and yeah, like, I felt like I was getting pretty far into it, and then if you die, you got to start the whole thing again. And I was like, I've been doing it for ages, and I'm just getting frustrated. I'm like, I had fun with the game. It was really good. I'm kind of done now. Like, I just want to finish it. So I was like, fuck it. I just changed it to easy and finished it. But, like, I was mainly like playing it just,
you want to just catch up as well.
Play the story, see what happens, and yeah, get ready for Youngblood. And I'm excited, man. It was a good game.
I gotta play it.
Yeah, once you start it, I think you'll just do what I did and just
smash it through,
get through it, because it's got an interesting storyline. It's fun. The gunplay is more fun than the first one, I reckon.
Yeah. Really? Why is that?
I just feel like it was more fluid. It was more comparable to the kind of fun that you get from Doom 2016, where it's like you got to move around. You can't really just stay in the one spot and just stay cover, and it's more just run around, attack this enemy from this point, and then be a bit more tactical about it. Which was good. But yeah, I just feel like it was a better version of the New Order, and I really enjoyed it. And
nice.
I feel like watching gameplay of Youngblood, it's embracing that even more.
Has it got co-op in it?
It does.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
God damn it!
Yeah. Get on.
What does it? Is it? What other features does it have? Does it have anything else? What do you
mean?
Does it have a multiplayer? Like multiplayer?
Like PvP?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That would be fucking unreal, man, if they did that. Don't you reckon?
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed Doom. Doom multiplayer was so sick.
It's kind of weird that it doesn't have it.
Because, it's just that real basic gameplay of just fucking pick up, just that old school, kind of gameplay. It's sick. Yeah, I fucking love that, man. And I reckon, if they did that with Wolfenstein, it'd be sick. But you know what? It's a lot of work with your multiplayer, putting the multiplayer aspect in your game. So it's either having an average, story.
Yeah.
And kind of Wolfenstein is more of story than anything else. So
yeah, I think
you don't want to fuck that up.
Yeah, exactly. It's sort of taking it away from what it actually is. But I mean, they could, a whole bunch of games have done it, but then it's especially with the amount of games that are coming out as well, it's do you need it? You're going to be playing Call of Duty soon. You got all these other games that sort of scratch that itch. I don't think it's necessary. But yeah, no, it was definitely really good. So played that, and then I was reading some comic books yesterday morning. And I was reading the Avengers, and at the moment they're there's a civil war amongst vampires, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And I was like, when either you watch something or you go somewhere, perfect example, when we went to the Formula One and then we got home, we were like, fuck, I just want to play the game, I just want to do the Australian Grand Prix. I pretty much had that. So I was I was having mad vampire vibes. I was like, oh, I want to play a vampire game. And I was like, wait, that vampire game on it's on Game Pass, the game called Vampire with a Y.
Oh, what the fuck?
I was like, kind of want to reactivate my Game Pass. I looked at it at the moment.
They deleted your account.
Yeah, it's been 2 years. So they got a couple of deals at the moment. They got that $1 deal again for whatever, 1 month or 3 months or whatever it was. But there's also the Game Pass Ultimate that gives you Game Pass, Xbox Live, and Game Pass on PC for $15 a month.
Yep.
At the moment, you can get 3 months for $15, and I was like, for the next 3 months, even if I just play Vampire, $15. That's good, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, I can suss out Game Pass on PC as well, see what they've got on there. So I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll just go. So here's the tip, boys and girls. What you do is you do that. So you activate your Game Pass, and then you go straight into the website and you go deactivate or cancel bloody automatic renewal. You just do that straight away. So that's what I did. So I went onto the website. I was like, yep, cancel that shit. I've got Game Pass until November. I don't have to think about it. It's not going to renew itself. If I want to renew it.
Wait, how long do you have it for?
Well, it said it was for 3 months, but then it tells me now.
For how much?
$15.
Fucking hell, man. That's so
pretty good, huh?
So good.
Yeah. And there's other games that they've put on there that I want to play as well. Like I want to play that Outer Wilds game that everyone's talking about.
Oh yes, yep.
I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play what's the other one called? Void Bastards. Have you heard of that? I'll be playing that as well. But yeah, so either way, like I mean, like I said, even if I just play Vampire, I paid $15 for it, so whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what you do. You go straight onto the website, cancel it, so you don't forget.
Don't do what I did, where
Exactly.
I was like, "What the fuck?
Exactly.
Fuck! I didn't even know these motherfuckers were taking money out of my bank."
That's it. So yeah, I just did that. It's not going to renew itself. I'm all good. But yeah, Vampire. Very interesting game. It's been getting mixed reviews, and I completely understand why. But if you can push through the bad stuff, it's pretty good. I guess let's talk about the bad stuff first, and then I'll talk about the good stuff. So graphics are okay. It's not bad. It's good. It's just normal, I guess, like Unreal game. Frame rate issues on Xbox anyway. There's a few, but nothing that's like it's gonna put me off enough to not play the game anymore. But it is noticeable. Combat is kind of it just doesn't feel weighty.
Okay.
Which can be annoying, I guess. Like, may put some people off, and if it does, I completely understand. It's one thing that's been really criticized, the combat. But yeah, story. I've played maybe 2 to 3 hours so far, and it's enough to pull me through. I don't know if it does get boring or there's not enough of a payoff at the end, but it's good enough at the moment.
Okay.
Now let's talk about what it does well, because I feel like it's a game that didn't have a big budget behind it, and they did what they could with what they had. So studio behind it is Don't Nod Entertainment, who has worked on Life is Strange. So I feel like they're not a huge studio.
No.
But yeah, it definitely shows. I think that's what it is. It's like they've done with what they could, and that's what they came up with. But it's like the idea behind the game that's really cool. So the game opens up, you wake up in London. So it's set in 1918 London. You just wake up and there's blood running down your neck. You've obviously been bitten by a vampire, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And then it's basically from there you realize that you've become a vampire, and it's the whole thing is about dealing with being a vampire now.
Yeah.
But it's like some interesting things, like your character is a doctor, so he's a surgeon, and now he's a vampire. It's like
to get blood for his patients. Was it alright?
Not really.
Was it alright? Damn it!
It does come into play. Like you kind of you end up working for another hospital and stuff. It's like this weird thing where it's like, oh, I'm a vampire now. Like I kind of want to bite these people, but at the same time, I want to help them. It's like this weird sort of conflict. But then it's like there's all these sort of mechanics that come into play. So it's very RPG-esque, where you've got your health bar, you've got your stamina, and then you've got your blood bar. So your health is obviously your hit points. Reaches 0, you're dead. Stamina is like kind of I don't know if you've played anything like that, but kind of like Dark Souls, where doing a heavy attack will use some stamina, dodging will use some stamina, so you can only dodge a certain amount before you run out and you can't dodge anymore. And then blood is what you use to do your special moves.
Okay.
Right. So you go into combat, you can stun enemies it's pretty basic. You've got a an attack button to use your main weapon, and then you've got another weapon which is like your stun weapon or your range weapon. So at the moment I'm using a machete as my main weapon and a stake as my stun weapon. You can have a handgun or you can have double-handed weapons as well. And then what you do is I stun them, and once they're stunned you can bite them.
Okay.
So then so what you do is like you unlock different perks. So the first one you unlock is like you bite yourself and you use your own blood to heal yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But then that uses some of that blood that you have. So then what you do is you gotta bite people to get more blood.
Okay.
And then you can use that to do like all sorts of special moves that you unlock as you play the game. For example, I can make like blood claws. So you like coagulate blood and then you, make claws and then you scratch people and does like more damage, but then it uses blood. So that's, it's pretty cool, right?
Sounds crazy as fuck. Like weird as fuck.
Yeah. And like the setting's really cool because it's like you're only out at night. You can't be out during the day because, obviously sunlight's going to kill you. But then it's like you can just bite people that are walking down the street, like just NPCs, right? But if you do that, it affects the world. So you gotta think like, I know that if you played the game, you'd be like, no, I want to be the good guy. I'm not going to bite strangers. I'm going to probably bite like bad people.
Yeah.
And then you can find like criminals and stuff and you maybe decide, I want to bite them. But then you can use like, you press the left analog stick and it does like the special vision that so many games have done.
Uh-huh.
And you can see, you can track like blood splatter on the floor, whatever, find your target or whatever. But then you can also see like through people, you can see their blood.
Oh.
And then you can see like what kind of blood they have. Like, is it healthy blood?
What the fuck?
You can look like for example, I went to a bar and I'm looking at this guy with my special blood vision, whatever it's called.
Blood, not pig vision, blood vision.
No, blood vision. And you can see that obviously he's an alcoholic, so he's got like his blood is affected by
intoxicated.
It says fatigue or something.
Okay.
So then what you could do, because you're also a doctor, you can make fatigue cure.
What the fuck?
Give it to him, cure his blood, and then bite him.
What?
And when you bite people who drink their blood, it gives you XP.
That's crazy.
And then you use XP to level up and get more perks, special moves and stuff.
That's full on, man.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I probably made it sound really complicated, but it's like,
no, I know what you mean. Yeah,
pretty kind of simple menus, and it's explained pretty well during the game.
Yeah.
But it's cool, man. Like, I'm enjoying it for what it is. Like I said, it kind of looks like it doesn't have a very high budget behind it, so don't expect too much. But if you like appreciate it for what it is, it's actually pretty good. I'm really enjoying it, man. I've played a fair bit this morning as well, and it's just like really atmospheric, being like sort of gothic London. It's a cool game, I think. So that's
on
on
PS4
Game Pass.
as well.
It is on PS4, but you would have to buy the full game. Whereas on Xbox, it's on Game Pass, or you could play on PC as well.
Yeah,
with Game Pass. So
nice.
If you've got Game Pass, give it a crack.
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah, it's good stuff. And then let me tell you about my FIFA story. So I feel like I've been gifted a brand new game for free.
Oh, I love games for free.
I know, right? How good is it? So I think I've talked about FIFA on this show before when I first got it. So I've played a fair bit of it. I've done like pretty much a whole season in like manager mode. And
has anything changed from FIFA 13?
I feel like it has.
Okay, so I should update.
It depends. I mean, I really liked it. It's got like all these. I think I've talked to you about it before. Like all these fun modes where it's like, the main example is like every time you score a goal, you lose a player.
Oh yeah, it's like Battle Royale. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like all these like fun game modes that you can play. And yeah, it's pretty good. Like the gameplay, I think. I prefer this to the older ones. I feel like it's an improvement, and I can feel. I've been playing every year, so I can tell you that it does feel different.
I don't have a soccer. I don't have a FIFA on PS4. The last FIFA game I bought was a PS3.
That's nuts.
I had PES.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
But yeah, I was like, I think I want time to get FIFA. I might get 20 actually. I don't know.
20, yeah, I reckon. But yeah, so I've played a fair bit of it, and I've put it down. I haven't played it in a while. I've maybe a couple months it's been since I played it. Not that long, but I'm like, I've been wanting to play it again. And then Finn was like, oh man, like I've been playing the journey mode in FIFA 19. I was like, there's no journey mode in 19. What are you talking about? So the journey mode is like the one that they brought out 2 or 3 years ago, or whatever.
Yeah, isn't it like the story mode?
Alex Hunter guy. Yeah. So it came out in 17, and then you continue the story in 18, and they brought out the actor on stage and stuff at E3, and they didn't make a big deal out of it at all for 19. So we were like, oh well, it's probably not in it. So I was convinced this whole time that it wasn't in it. And what do you know? It's in there.
Whoa. What? And you didn't know this whole time?
I didn't know this whole time. Like,
what the fuck?
I did not. Like, it's not in your face kind of thing. And yesterday I was like, now I'm going to suss it. And it's definitely there.
Oh my God.
And it's good. Way. It is good.
Oh, that's sick.
So it's called The Journey Champions. And it's like so it's a trilogy kind of thing, so it's going to end the story, but it's well done, man. Like it's well done. So if you haven't played the previous ones, which I haven't, it gives you a good recap of what's happened in the previous ones, and then you start up as the grandpa of Alex, and you start playing a game in fucking like 79 or whatever it is. And it's got like the film grain on the screen, and you've got like the old volleyball looking soccer ball. And you just play the game. And even like the timer at the top of your screen, it's like the digital sort of analog kind of timer. Yeah. It's sick. So I was like, fuck, this is awesome. So that's like, it opens the game with like this flashback. You play the game as Alex's grandpa, and then it zooms out and it's like they were watching it on like an iPad, and he was like, oh yeah, that was back in my day. They didn't have all this bullshit. We used to get paid like minimum wage every week. It was all about, just loving the game. Now you're getting paid fucking millions and stuff. And then it turns out you play as 3 different characters through the campaign. So you play as Alex's sister Kim, you play as Alex himself, and then his best mate, I think it's Danny.
Okay.
Danny's his name is. Yeah, and they play for 3 different clubs, and then it's just like a whole storyline. It's like all this shit happening, man. Like he runs into James Harden like at a party. It's like what? It's pretty good. And then you make all these different choices, and it affects the story. The way you dress your character affects like, what type of followers you're gonna have, and then the more followers
really?
You get.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Man. Could you imagine if they this would be out of control? Like, how you said and your player met James Harden. Imagine if you played NBA Live 19, and your created character got put into the game. Like it just took files from your NBA Live, and they're like,
oh, that would be nuts.
Imagine that. What the fuck? That freaked me out. Anyway, or any kind of sport games that was 19. Say you play that story mode of the NFL, and then your NFL characters or some shit. That'd be sick. But anyway,
that'd be cool. Yeah,
dream.
But Yeah, it's if you've played the previous games, because it's the same deal where you have to make different choices.
Yeah.
It picks up your saved file if you have one, and your choices carry over to the new game.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
to the new story. But it's really cool, man. And like the choices you make, like actually affect the story. It's like I just fired my manager. It's like, oh fuck, or like, what's the mate's name? Danny. He gets picked up by this. He gets this new sponsorship, and it's like, hey, what do you want to do, man? Do you want to do like a photo shoot, or do you want to do a radio ad? And it's like, whichever one you pick will have a different effect. And it's like, oh fuck, I wonder what's gonna happen. Like, it's probably gonna like the radio ad will be like, it says your teammates will be able to hear it or something. I'm like,
oh, you don't want to like, you might like,
it affects your chemistry and stuff.
Yeah.
And you do like the training sessions as well, and depending on how you do in the training sessions, it will basically determine if you're going to be part of the starting 11 or sub or reserve. Yeah, it's really good, man. It's nuts.
That's so
like,
good.
You can pick it up cheap at the moment. Like, just picking up the game just to play that would be amazing, I reckon. Like, it's a full-on like campaign. It's full-on story mode. It's sick.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the last one, because the next game is apparently changing a fair bit.
Man, you know what I'm excited about for FIFA 20?
FIFA Street.
Bruh.
For sure.
Bruh. What up, FIFA 98?
Yeah.
Road to the World Cup. Fuck.
Yeah. It'll be good. Yeah, I'm very excited for the new one as well. But yeah, it was a nice surprise. So yeah, I feel like I got a new game that didn't happen before. But
yeah, that's I feel like I've got a new game on NBA Live as well. I just created a new character.
What do you mean? You're doing the same thing over. You're doing the same thing again, though.
No, I'm just a 3-point shooter. Shut up.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and I made him black.
Yeah,
with red hair, so he's not.
Okay, yeah, it's very different.
So it's totally different now.
It's new. It's New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I've been playing this week, and yeah, it's fucking crazy. Playing a whole bunch of shit. What are we at? 1 hour 22. Not bad. Anything else you want to add before we bounce out of here?
No, not really.
It's a good one.
Yeah, no. I've just been playing COD. Double XP. Double fucking
I might
XP
play that after this, actually. Yeah.
And there's Nuketown 24/7. Oh, baby.
Nuketown 24/7.
Oh, by the way, the COD for mobile, so the servers went down and they took it off and we couldn't play it here in Australia. It is now back open again with Australia and Canada now the regions that you can play. But they wipe your progress so you start again, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, so it's already been reset, or?
Yeah, it's been reset, yeah.
Okay,
so
cool.
They've just reopened it again, and I didn't think the beta was going to be like back in Australia. I thought it just moves on to another country, but Australia got it again and Canada. So my poop breaks have been longer because they've been playing a game or so of COD.
Yeah.
I love it. But yeah.
I haven't played in a while. Should bring it back. But yeah. Chris, tell people where they can find you on the interwebs.
They can find me on the interwebs at christofini.gaming on the Instagrams. On the grams. Does anyone use Instagram on the actual PC? I feel that's whacked. I feel like when I see anyone on Facebook on an actual computer, I'm like, that's weird, man.
I use it on both.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Instagram like doesn't do nearly as much on computer. Like you can barely do anything.
Oh,
I've used it on PC because you can like go into the settings and do certain things. But apart from that, like you can pretty much just like look at stuff, look at your feed. That's pretty much it.
Fuck yeah, looking at shit's so good.
Yeah, it's great.
How about you, bruh?
You can find our Instagram, which is button mash pod, one word. You can also find us on Facebook, Button Mash Podcast on there, 3 different words. You can email us any feedback at buttonmashpod@gmail.com. We're also Button Mash Pod on the Twitters as well. I keep forgetting we're on Twitter as well now. Make sure you give us a follow on there, and our website where you can find all of our episodes and a couple of other things there as well. www.buttonmashpod.com. But that's it for this week, boys and girls. We'll speak to you next week.
I love you.
Final round.